just a request for more judges to the Supreme Court. NPP Guru Jobs Chief Justice or say we deal with and you know and obey make his request no but AG need Ghana Bar Association for saying no coin so I don't know. Yen kind of saying yeah na po I fan say running meeting no and eraba na toshi adulate amani trim kwa kase e say MPP for ni nyina support na omudi bu ni ani die ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne decision and asset ne choice no na so Professor Kobe Mensah on political marketing lecture aka say sa di brain so de enye na po na nanka sese o de man why na po is not the right vice presidential candidate nti we eni nkoma ibidi abedwafo no mienu mai bako abanti ye ne bako no be hyase Bernard Mona a political activist ye ne ne hyase ye gusu na MPP NDC omoba ye ne wo mo beto aso me
mami
papa ode o machi
majoso
na what to say
oh me honam ye
ohunam ye obotomu na enye
botomu no
mini bia me de beboa mebo mpa ise nyame ma obotomu nye ye
mpa bonko antimi mboa
eden ne beboa o
for the fashika sembotomu
na misimi mini bi o
mpa bono kan de
mpa bono go ti bi ya me beboa nyame beboa na wa ya afu no aka ho te sankana boko de
sankana boko
okay and then kwala na echo over 570,000 and na echo ibi cho ofia na eden goodwill message out be ma
goodwill
etin kwansem ben ana say best of luck
message and goodwill one I can say best of luck
sir omo best of luck
you have to listen to the message say best of luck
and a bad of luck
oh dear Emichie etiefo ene ahwefo
yira ejus
ena wankasa so
okay
ena amomba
chiankunwa no
ntimechi ankonya no so omoba late so
omoba late no mai
yeah
yes Ben
West African Examination Council
WAEC
say yanhwe ejuma omodi over the period and ejuma omodi sesia
okay
exam leakages in the past you to make cancel entire year examinations because na leakages are bam those days no it was prone to have leakages
okay
because ultimately the exam papers na all the echo school BT say in Sankana in Laura in Charpon community na say one shey is clear say about 3, 4, 5 days and sana examination papers no edru if it's a kwanya there were no your friend is saying there were no flights in those days I bet me ediaye juma inti all the time no na you say we should transport these vehicles these papers manually
okay
and also through the your friends saying vehicles are quite so enya inti nipa na omodi ekono be a policeman betimi ada ono so ye nipa
oh really
oh yeah
na me ka say ana omosili ano ti say dey omodi
I'm saying that the policeman can sleep
okay
na say nipa no enim wa ikufo adwuma you can unseal and seal
okay
and yes sir inti we could have these leakages but say here there is no region where you can be sorry enne say opese examinations papers endru ho enne examination papers endru there's no corner of Ghana because there are flights say endru or region crampa but to get closer to the region and the distributions can be done so there should be less leakages.
Na leakage no sure if wire kakachi because e bi ho a almost omutimi trace ya friend kwala no na omahu say ase omunya paper na no obehwa ne say bia na obi na screenshot watwa the picture no they send you obi eno sa no ebia na ye invigilator no won se o ka se invigilator no so why ke for ne fa na yes na edomo wan fa na obefa hwan
nti ye chiro papers is here
anope omo betcho English nya
ye kwa chiro English is here
okay
na ye distribute papers no the time is the same and yes sir baby omo kwa chiro English except say there is a force majeure ye nyina ye be sha say 9 o'clock ye nyina ye share say 9 o'clock me meet the exam room na obi etimi a screenshot na odi abreme in the exam room na obi etimi akotena say na wa chiro answers na odi abreme. How is that done?
She bi o ha ukọ enkrasi to nipa hinterlandsa ebi o ha invigilator no eno ase no bi ma me info mu di kan jeje nkwala ni ska tie ba bi esu na o mayi o mani nti exams o ho no invigilator na yi nani na nkwala na copy o mo ho saa
tie yeah
yes Ben,
have you ever wondered how come that private schools perform better than public or Saito schools in recent times?
In recent times, the in recent times, the private schools for no creation.
Say,
omon kola ni ntwa.
Which one?
Hey, ne won follow. The last year and the last 2 years, now private schools no are concerns and kola omoko public schools twa pa. Until they were also suspecting a foul play. But first, you know, the nanka private school for
I will destroy. I will destroy some people's businesses.
So, what kind of so?
There are schools within the Bono regions.
Okay.
Nipa etimiko school 3-4 years.
Okay.
Na weti.
Weti say.
Until me pass it.
Okay. Okay.
Then, in less than 6 months, we are for receipts. Na we try.
BC and Awasi.
BC wasi. What BC say receipts no near that pronounce.
Okay.
Na we try.
Okay.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Obi a weti. Na only no et hwa. Say brofo nya yankasa until you cannot use English as a determination of obi nadwin. But nipa no bibi a ye churo school na ye brofo. The person cannot construct a sentence. But guess English 2. And I friend A1, A2.
Okay.
Anessa.
Okay.
And yet the person cannot communicate. How do you conclude? Say this thing is normal. So I think that WAEC has to sit up or be scrapped.
Okay.
That's my sincere opinion. They sit up or be scrapped because in the end, the products that WAEC will give us, say we are looking for the best to go to school. Now we go and get the chaff, but they are able to pass and they go to school. No mark or than nurses, no mark or doctors. Now you go to the hospital and one of these who is not qualified to be a doctor or a nurse is a doctor. Now Baba Wapania. Now wouldn't him say the circumstances leading the person to that office. And yeah, you will die on seeing the person panic ebetimiakum. So yes, and then BC for H-Romo exam. Omo ya yamma. Say yenina yankanchromo say they should have the full confidence to go into this examination because what they have been taught is exactly what they will be examined upon. But ensembisa waho, if you have BEC certificate, what do you use it for? So it cannot be a terminal point.
No.
At some point it can be. Yeah, so one pass here. Naturally say you are terminated because you cannot go forward.
Oh, there's a that's why
I'm saying that you did for 3 years, then you go and use 6 months to do receipt or less.
You can pass.
Yeah. So clearly, if you examine JHS,
okay,
then it means that you are giving a termination to somebody's life. What do you say? To somebody's life as far as education is concerned at that level. But says Nipano education is terminated at that level. By one kasa u labor rules, no Nipano ntimi ye juma wagana. So somebody who finishes JHS now went to me and kwenim. Bia ne busuafo ni sika omo betimi aboa no na wakoye reset. Ono we school. But ontimi nya ejuma so enye ewo man because your labor rule says that the person must be 18. And it is only in odd circumstances and obi betimi anya 18 and still be in JHS.
Okay.
So we should really look at whether we should spend so much examining people at a level when we know that if they are not able to go forward, they cannot be of use to themselves and to society.
Okay.
Finally,
finally,
Abaya, say, and we are coming to wish them well. So finally, I want to wish all those who are participating in today's examination the very best, and to ask the Ministry of Education. So also we have 500 and something.
570,000.
570,000 plus. So when you pass here, will there be sufficient senior secondary schools for them to all be enrolled? Have we made provision for that? Said all of them Betimia secondary school. If we do not have, let's say by our educational paramedic system, we deliberately want to cut some people off at this level so that some people can go forward. That is not the way to grow a nation on an educational path.
Okay. Lawyer Chumberima, mebra ne de wa elite kakrabat waba. Akwaba.
Oh, ono dia na ye chen MPP nipa.
Wa hanka ne wo kan nyina obe yiwa no. I didn't want to do his work for him. That's why. And cut off points anyway, we know.
But it's true that we don't have secondary schools cannot absorb all of them, whether it is free or not free.
570,000 plus. Almost 50 years here. Almost the 1 week he bet you. And see, wish them well.
Anyway, one of the young commercial for Adekye and then Nkoma wa so.
Major so.
Na Bernard. His Excellency in the making. So and check us in command. So by my chief of staff.
Okay, first lady.
Me debut me chief of staff for Alan ho.
But we are first lady.
After to be me chief of staff.
But we are first lady.
And our first lady wa.
Hey,
and I mention na member and sana
Anyway, and I pay my Yevan Chankasi and free His Excellency John Romani Mahama and Chamber Ghana for. Na you know especially the media and on your media or your media encounter the media afforded on one team PM. In fact, we didn't anticipate to say a batch about them say maybe do feel I think it was 12 o'clock in the midnight. 12 a.m. And that is a check. But it was good because a bread mumma your colleagues were able to ask questions that I won't first say about that. In fact, so now we must say na reality and questions about because now the essence of any person yetimi eteso ntem na omo a question etimi ekodufi asomdwemu. So we appreciate the media for coming. Na yan kai Ghana for say nra ohwe ne nkomodie dudu na mu a asem po ba akwa we gina so pa kase yes ne second coming anyame adoma 7th of January 2025 ya never tina kunwa so Ghana ha no adie pa akupa isi na miso kase enyuma because I've followed several research and did one point to the fact that these elections are yakon enima mienu pa na edintintiman mienu no ba ko the economic issues or challenges that Ghanaians are facing and the kind and the toss mienu enyuma unemployment is say abon empreno o share the rate as at 2016 now to compare now a multiplier itself. Just a economy power. But unfortunately, there isn't any clear, means of or any kind of assurance from this current government pointing to the fact that they are going to resolve that challenge in a persistent. And the ocean in Komodiamunra or chef policies said the 24-hour economy policy, which the core brain behind is to expand the employment range. So by any part don't be at a 3-shift system or by a 3-shift system. And then the boat said 2020 now manifesto ne womu and the sciences was actually can be munra. So he's going to ensure that about 1 million Ghanaian youth are going to be trained in coding, digital systems. And no youth in Kwama 1 million and the Benya said the TNB afamu. And what she tech and also technology startups, we are looking at about 300,000 people. And also you may push them through that to get themselves, kind of a sustainable job for their own future. I think so when the plan or work for instance, the aviation sector, i.e. the whole airport. And no, we be saying, as a free so occur and airport I abandoned. Now some back on and say, what didn't come be a watch na niso adi hu ba kompo so de ma whole airport and say, obama hona be aviation maintenance center. Na asan ye training center for pilots. In this automatically it's going to increase employment, and I said it's going to create an avenue for employment. And what I said in my way to do a career, my boss here, I pointed to the fact that Nyamina do not back 2025 January. The problem with unemployment is going to be tackled properly to the extent say a lasting solution to it, because it will really lead us to the point say the youth wouldn't be complaining as they are doing now. But not esiwa ya yenuanum kumane ya manketwa and then about 500,000 people, right? 570,000 people. Yenina ya fampen, I think somewhere is in 96 or 97 what me hope I be na yenina control BC ni bi. I remember me the soul of my grandmother rest in perfect peace. I remember that time na Abruwa be so can hear the besimin chance abra no na eja what you assume dia na. It's not that easy. And they quite a school no eja now nanti from one community to the other. In fact as I what rural school
I won't
pay na be school go Junasi international school am ko na Junasi. Okay. So you have to walk from Rumpe to Junasi.
Oh, say a short.
And then apparently
relatively because
I understand you. Obisu there for instance, and then even the center for writing of the BC, you know, now you senior secondary school. Okay. So that is two communities away from Abumpe. Okay. Asana what you be do about, you know. And I don't know so what I see the same one. Now you're back to back. Every day be out of paper.
It's 5 days no.
Okay.
So much I say nay. Friday no maybe.
Remember in first Benin some Monkafra. I don't like it. I'm saying back to back because as you under pressure but
97 their holiday be 1st July na holiday in
around
97 the holiday
yeah.
And so say no na ye try July August into we are watching just the following year be February and so
as a secondary school exactly. Yeah, it's true anyway. So and you wish them well now. Mafutu ba come the one say it is becoming a norm say prepare no yankwala no edu time for examinations yet a lot of issues concerning cheating in exam or make answer say yankwala na copy but immediate past is it WASSCE or SSC or which no we had reports of students using AI to write exams to write their exams. I'm head grano every over 200 secondary schools their results and that. So my little advice is say for team coaching. If say the Western and questions and the I doubt if there will be certain questions beyond what you have been taught or learnt. And I only played with them say one more form with team coaching na when you come back from the exams. Always the first paper gives you some kind of momentum to prepare you for the subsequent days, whether or not say embedded thing and I say munya thing. But ni nyina mu no modern say nyame wadom na koba bedru fia preparations are we and towards and then no I think that you should back it up more. Na boa hu ye man nkwanim for the subsequent one tomorrow and then other days coming up. Na yenya say I mean I heard Ben saying say invigilators sometimes bumunas we in any students air copy. I think you're not far from the truth. I never be a yentimi nka say nsi. It means but invigilators so about say na mo yes unfortunately you are not helping the kids because a baby ba obedru ba a onya brebi mo bi nyina ni man copy o. In the financial say this is the first starting point of any proper external examinations that have. It is important so women know the reality on the ground. Chance obe jano na ono ade ne pebia nanti mu aye bibia nso ye. Na wa feel say that is how it is even ahead of him. Na mu kodu ahead no hu say ntisa after the child becomes shocked. Nti yebesere woman so mi enmo woman in konkwala ne ho ensure that they are doing the needful, they are complying with the rules and regulations in the examination room. Now woman wie so but most schools sometimes they are biased to the centers. Drivers are doing bako mo chinu so ne yebesere so woman so no woman kwa woman yabotre enkwala ne woman be wie school say no there's some kind of exuberance be ebe wo mo thinking say they have entered the world na ansa ntina ni je na asa ababro so edu won say driver said won ko no so enya botre na obia they should pick them in, take them out peacefully, successfully and safely. Na yen theater nkaboni bia say oh na school bi wo control exams na won pon ya wo ko na car ne ko yese ya na nzem bia mpese bi ebetibi na yakopon so come home throughout this period na we wish them well and then success also in the exam at the end.
Ene yen so da se na chese nkwala se ya na mo de be cha se am ba be lawyer for no ti mama koma ntu why afi me hwese comment kakra ba me nken kana lawyer wo boabo aho na ye second topic na ye court asem no enu ye Chief Justice request for 5 more judges uku GBA say age so far so now so Dr. Kennedy said no.
They are wearing the same color.
Enya de beboa. Nti comments on pillar 2 Dom Kwabenya constituency or say I wish all the BC candidates the very best. Fellow Ghanaians, let's be careful. If you vote for JM, he will come and cancel free SHS. Let's say no to him. And then KK Kaswa, American Town, Kinky House, wishing all the BC candidates the best of luck as they start their examinations today. Kudos to Honorable Mavis Hawakom Singh. And then Kwekukuma, good morning. Yeah, congratulations to the non-performing party NPP running mate Napo. What will it benefit Ghanaians when we have Baolaya and arrogant, incompetent Napo leading this nation? Their governance will be worse than Akufo-Addo's. Adekye Kuma, I wish all the 2024 BC candidates all the best of luck. Also, I think after Mohammed's response on FSHS, it has come to stay. Anyone who still says or believes Mahama opposes FSHS has a casual relationship with facts. Mami K. Papebi Sunyani, undoubtedly Nana Bawumia NPP-led administration has performed excellently well than any government in the Fourth Republic with life-changing policies across the length and breadth of the country for all citizens to testify of. Kasokre Joseph, we the great NDC will force the mate to also meet the press to prove when DVLA gave him a driving license to be looking for a car to drive. And that's a Kasokre there. And afe lawyer yenshe Ata Kennedy said US for Chrome 330 million 10 times that of Ghana. Omo just 9 Supreme Court justices. Ghana ewo 15. Inti say the 5 sign ko kan ho a ebebro sododo. Na so far Daily Graphic and so and sana odi request na ebeko no wan kan sa keke. CJ no chere cases ahodo a eya wono mutena so ni cases backlog kra wono mo. Say womo backlog of cases for 2022-2023 legal year 595 cases. Na 2023-2024 the Ukraine enu enya mayo nti 595 no abem ansa na de omo betin aba betina so ni ti a wetwam ani say ya omo backlog of cases ewo ho ya enunti esese wonum nya George fo no dodo age say ani yampa data no chere say omo hia more judges Ghana Bar Association so say yes na also say
I like that. I like that. Before my response, and I'm very glad, sir, His Excellency John Dramani Mohammed Kasano. With me is somebody posed a question to him, or say on his position on free SHS and also the upcoming bill. I'm told to say audition person of the court na Parliament Ashamano, and gladly. And no JM no said a safata was saying idea our constitution from 1992 then this are buying and as abra national constitution na ebiem or no under his tenure as president or starting your friend saying this progressive free education or secondary education a ban saying as any background will be against a policy that he commenced. And then another person came to continue and have taken it far. He can't be against it. For the talk also I can say, to be honest, yes, sir.
You say NDC are buying the church constitution.
It was written in 1992. NDC government was the
I said the consultative assembly BM.
Oh, but I buy no. I will lead this assembly never say.
For the first time, I made it also NDC are buying a church.
No, but I mean the government then. There was a government then. Yeah, there was a government then. There was a government. Was there not a government? 1992, there was a government, and not buying you. There was a government.
Let me hear some clarification.
Yeah, there was a government. I mean, whether we like it or not, there was a. I'll say maybe and there. So what's now? Yeah, kasa ebia by saying na yetiminya 6 more regions to add to the old 10. You will call on the Akufo-Addo government that on the time and say for the referendum it take place. So what I say. Yeah, so that is it. Anyway, so I know what can be so far will be emphasized to what is going to ensure say there will be a special fund that will be allocated for the payment of the charges that comes with the free education. Because about this government will need a dedicated fund. See, as a for in fact, even COVID audited for the report in I think page paragraph 12 or so of that report, they will be citing some of the money be on medical trial first and second semester be of the free of offense and Kwalano if it's in be. Meaning natural say we need dedicated funding. And in offer for second free be but under his tenure from 2025 onwards, there will be a dedicated funding for that. Yeah, that was just by the way. Now back to Dr. Atakennedy issue on the letter written by the CJ. I share the position of Dr. Atakennedy. Now the reason I'm sharing the position in there, Sir Empo say, you hear more justices to sit at the Supreme Court to aid in the work of justice. Yeah, the modus operandi or the means of doing it. It's not what the CJ did. Article 1142 of the Constitution is very clear. What say? So a basi here justices I was Supreme Court, and I say any of the appellate courts now. Yet Judicial Council and the advising Mampanin. Now Mampanin are consulted Council of State. Now when we do you refer to Parliament. Now Parliament does the same for verting as to one and one must suffer. Now, when we do 2 months, and almost have a team of company assume in, then they go back to their post to go and work. Any baby, say a chief justice will take a pen and paper, write a letter to the president asking for some selected persons to be appointed to the Supreme Court. No, the Constitution didn't say that, and I'm here to be shown an instance a chief justice be a tron secretary be say akoma panin be say man nipa asumasi no Supreme Court. That is not the procedure. So yes, who want money na ho kwa so tell be nyanya na fata. If indeed you need justices to come and assist in the work, you are the chair of the Judicial Council. Call the council to a meeting, deliberate with them, agree on something, make that advice or put that advice to the president. and listen and wait for his response whether or not he's going to agree, because you don't just accept it. It comes with cost. So he being the executive and they being in charge of finance in the country, they must be ready, all right, to accept to say A, B, C, D, bar, we are ready to spend on them, we have the money to spend on them. But not where an instance say somebody will just write and then select some people. The question is, on what basis were those people selected? Many instances any will be added. There are some of them I know them and I know how competent they are. So what I say, but and the point is, and you should mabo enum din. Enum no one aka no. Of say
request no tray. The entia or abobo say enum ni din.
Central makers many in some no. Say me get to some of them. I mean, mubia minimum no their competence. I don't doubt it.
Okay.
So that's and the grounds maybe was some competence of them. Okay. So that's central makers and I say, but the means of doing it is wrong. The means of doing this is wrong. And no. Except she's telling us that she doesn't want to go by the Constitution. But I'll be very surprised that the Chief Justice will tell us that she doesn't want to go by the Constitution, because that is the pointer light that leads us as a country in everything that we do. In this a country a first 2 years had anyone. I don't know first so.
And yeah, only Dr. Atakane did the difference. So no on for so but the reason is say do saying.
Oh, sir, after the numbers say
numbers in the door.
I'll come to that point.
Also say Madam Kwino or Faso no as a unconstitutional.
Of course. Okay. That is how I see it, because from what I've read,
your problem is not the numbers.
Maybe I'll come there. From what I've read from the Constitution, except a different interpretation is given to it.
Okay.
But for that, and you're not a first appointed justice to the Supreme Court. No, it's not by a justice writing a letter.
Okay.
Okay. And in fact, I can say without if you want one book, her coming to the Supreme Court was not by any justice writing a letter to the president asking for her to come. So that's it. So if that wasn't the means that you used to get there, obviously it shouldn't be the means that somebody also used to get there. But the means now, and now it should be that it should be through that same medium for other people to also get there. Now the issue of numbers, whether or not we need more. I'm very happy, sir. My kind, the Constitutional Review Committee, you reckon that several Ghanaians expressed their opinion on the numbers of the Supreme Court. Once there's a minimum number, there should also be a maximum number. When this you are just going to as I think the same reasons. Cases that are piled up and tell you say more. Then you before realize you have about 40 justices at the Supreme Court. And who say your reason say, oh, yes, no, I made one dose here for but what the two are the no busa Jose. In as much as we are saying say they are piled cases. I think say what the Supreme Court should be doing. Yeah, imagine and they say whether they are 15, they are 20, they are 9, which is the minimum or whatever. No, you socialized questions. So for instance, there will be a constitutional court which will be handling constitutional matters, and for that reason, 7 bar. Young man and Nicky anymore. You're very for that constitutional team to handle it quickly. So that's it. So and send me back not for a criminal jurisdiction one. You another sentence will be a share criminal. It's a bad no machine push them one, they also handle it and handle it swiftly. But your money be the number queue anymore. Not your chance, you have a frassamano. And I be weighing caution DMFRE. When you say DMFRE, sometimes the importance that is attached to it. And I may have something to for instance, I think it was last year. Now,
limited.
Yeah, last year, 2023.
Okay.
There were issues regarding the EC and then the choice of centers that he was going to use to write the names. Most of that time, not so bad, no district offices. So some political parties went to court, i.e. the Supreme Court, and were calling for they should put an injunction on them and then prevent them from doing that, because bands I know it will cause a whole lot of hardship for some people, or I'm not saying anybody be a due to write their names. Unfortunately, we didn't get the court to give a date. Ebra ba say court no be mandate date npo na court no kwade man date no be so na asem na mu no anase di ntwana mu kwa na ya tro de na wi ama for that reason emu hia bi mpo say court no kwa beti asem no. These are the reasons why ntie be hia say what this sections no a bibi ba na say for constitutional matter for instance say dey kan ho a na eno an say call straight na ma team na ho no ahwe so aka asem no intentem so yeah not this piled cases ye kan wasem. But in the numbers no there say it is important to say we will go back to the constitutional review document and ensure that we apply them or implement them in the nearby future. Now you say you benya a cap. There should be a cap. Because a cap now mad yeah. Once you give a minimum number, our maximum. You are just opening the floodgate for anybody to continue anywhere, anytime.
Thank you.
And what?
All right. Ben, Pacho Mame Enyi Ura Collins also among quiet I friend chief OBC MPP Amanyu Konana Enche. Chief Akwaba. Ya coffee seja second so near winti ye beba also. Ben Yankwa.
Na mobe man akwambio.
Oh, so wa ba yem pon ye dia.
Na ne constituency enemy constituency. What's the length? Ufi haya kumasi ya untimi ba show intem.
Chairman.
Papa. Chief Justice.
Yeah.
Actual letter Edema President Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo. Say ope justices enum na omoyetimi abua the Supreme Court. Eni ejuma omowo eyo. Na Chief Justice Nsroma okan no o see in the legal year omo etimi cases near saying 939
for 1 year.
1 year cases are by Supreme Court.
1 year as in a legal year.
1 year.
Yes, omo ntumi nwie.
Na 939.
The legal year is almost coming to an end anyway.
And omo etimi a dispense with 344.
Okay.
Out of 999. Naturally say in excess of 500 and
something,
545. And yes, sir, are cases that are not attended. What is the current strength of this Supreme Court?
I think it's about 15.
Almost 15.
15. So if 15 deals with 344 out of 999, what would 5 additional come and do?
It means the 15 they can do more from what you are trying to say.
No, near all parts say the 5 or see 20 because of the backlog, no. Entina ye here 5 more judges.
Yeah.
5, and I think that 2B will hold that. I can't only the 2B a common president that Antibia a can 1 by 7.
No problem. Even 7.
Lawyer, only aware of that one.
There are 2
No.
Judicial Council submitted.
The issue is this. Me say 15 dealt with 344 out of
almost 400 cases, yes.
Out of 990, 939. And you are requesting for 5 to come and clear the backlog. The backlog now is so a dozen.
Now, oh, yeah, sure. So, say 5 no clear backlog.
But see, that is the more reason why. In fact, 590
daily graphic.
Daily graphic.
So
595 is even on the daily graphic front page. 595 cases backlog. CJ justifies additional justices. Naturally say because of the 595 no and then 5 judges, so 5 judges by this justification will come and clear the 595 when 15 judges could only clear 344. It doesn't add up. And I'm a mathematician. So your ratios and proportional. Who bet me and who say we no empha. Then the Chief Justice should be demanding for 40 more judges. Since we need justices to clear this backlog, We should be demanding for 40 more judges in order that we can clear this backlog. You know, sometimes, young and Kasano, those of us in the partisan class, not political class, partisan class, can who be? That institutions can use us to make, look, we know, at the end of the day, one political party will get up and be defending, and others will be opposed. Because the ocean year, it doesn't add up. Naturally, say we should be appointing more judges. Who says that every year cases will come to the Supreme Court in these numbers? So next year, the cases are anti-me and Supreme Court in these numbers. Will you be calling for the removal of the justices? Because
there's no work for them.
There's no work for them.
So what kind of sad? Yeah, because all she's saying is that as a case is no bull nipa na omo wo so. Until not necessarily say every year case is a bad do.
Same thing occurs any number of question.
I hear me say me bro for na medical.
Mente bro.
Chui no.
Mente bro.
Amana ye diama o.
Mente bro.
And what my colleagues grandpa want to me say baby no asire. Oh, but clear. Yeah. If you look at the numbers, as the vice president would say, if you take the numbers, then your request for 5 is woefully inadequate.
Request for
40. So that we will know that indeed you want to deal with this backlog. But my dream is say, oh, Baba, yeah, this one, on the basis of the number of cases that we have, who tells you that next year the cases will not sink? Because it also depends on the level of confidence even in the courts.
Say so when data so where social graphic no be ma e 2021 cases by
well so far near me it doesn't show that.
Ebima also ma year bi na to say before they hit the 900 plus year bi ho 500 plus year bi ho 300 plus. Oh
cases
I think latest one
when you say cases will be Eco Supreme Court. The next day, the Supreme Court is able to tell you that this is not a case, Monfanko baby.
Okay.
There's nothing to discuss.
Okay.
I know of chieftaincy cases I could do Supreme Court, and then the Supreme Court just asks them to go because you have lost the case, member have you.
Okay.
So clearly, say Ebane say now you are justifying. Ye nyina baby aye wono. Yenim say justices are largely part of Article 71 office holders.
Yeah.
In the current scheme until it's changed, naturally say anytime you appoint somebody from High Court to the Supreme Court, the person is an Article 71 office holder, and it means that the state has to spend a lot in maintaining that person.
Okay.
It is the reason why even at the Apex Court, they are asked not to do businesses. What I said, not to hold any office of profit, to say president, because you retire on your benefits.
Yeah.
So you are creating more expenditure from an economy that is already down.
That's one point of the argument for Honorable Dr. Adekye.
You understand? The economy is already sinking. And the Chief Justice and the court must be concerned about the shrinking nature of the Ghanaian economy and its capacity to be able to employ and to elevate people. Unim say, Okonadmo, there are people who have done 6 to 14 years, they have not gotten one promotion. Because one promotion means that increase in income.
Of course. Of course.
It comes with cost. Go to the various institutions. They are not getting promotion. Then you are coming to the courts to now increase. When you increase, you have increased the burden of the state.
Na lawyer fuku no mo court or mo access court no. Some woman don't they know? Let's say age the appointment here political until no be it is in order. But the GBA too says it is in order. Data. No?
But GBA the end they can't quite anymore. They are saying say, oh they have issues with the means now.
I'm coming to this.
They have issues with the means,
yeah.
but they are okay with it. That say if it's a CIDB count, but let's use the correct procedure.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
yeah. Me a lawyer, but I know. Say growing up, answer na nipa ebeko into the courts. It's always the decision of the your friends say the Judicial Council.
Yeah. Answer na judge no.
What you say? Omo ye recommendations.
Okay.
It is a Chief Justice. Ope say onye say krampa. Why don't you go through the Judicial Council?
Of which are a chairperson?
Then they can send this one through, say, Judicial Council, Secretary Betimi upon the recommendation of the Judicial Council.
Can we give her the benefit of the doubt? Say, be or the call council.
Council Bain.
Yeah, the letterhead.
Council Bain.
The letterhead.
Because since the weekend I meet, everybody that has spoken, Eka say, in fact,
I on one letterhead.
Last week,
the Minister for
breaking story,
Okay.
And according to Daily Post, or they call council, but council for no shutting it down. And what Namika said,
then it means that it cannot even come up in the first place.
Have already suggested 2 for the president that they are waiting.
So,
according to Daily Post, last week, Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday edition, MOK say, council for no
Good. It is a council in
what you say so no your head and she thinks that
now council
for efficiency
different people including
she thinks for efficiency
you mean say other members in there other members now near
Ben maybe or the call council yes Ben.
As we speak, nurse educators are not getting promotion.
Nurse
yes.
Okay.
Educators no. Omo chire nurse for.
They are not tutors no. Nursing training schools.
They are not getting your friends saying promotion. Okay. Because who promote you we are, it will come with increased cost. So government is staggering. And all of a sudden, Article 71 office holders, the Chief Justice said that, oh, what prevents the Chief Justice and the courts to sit over time?
Okay.
And yes, sir. Because there are cases that they can sit every day. Okay, I said I had to go to court because they said every day, including public holidays or the presidential election petition. And I went to court and said public holidays, the amount of income.
Yeah. I think Georgina would time on
yes. You sit every day, including public holidays. The courts are determined to do so. So the Supreme Court, if they think that they have backlog, they can increase their work hours.
So Daily Post edition, that was Tuesday, 2nd July. See.
And now they reject it. Omo reject it. Now they call president.
Direct.
Now president Afedia ono edini pen atoso. Say Attorney General any GB among advisors.
How can he even do that?
Who is the Attorney General?
It's not done.
No.
Sir.
No. You consult council said not GBA.
Okay. Judicial Council and as a Council of State.
Council of State.
The President Council of State. Judicial Council no edit to more. And about what? Who musa age because age we member of the Judicial Council.
Okay.
So that's it. If you musa no, you consult your Council of State for advice.
Okay.
Now we still now they are Parliament. So they I mean
law kakrananti o my education. Wadaroma me de be.
Wadaroma chairman.
Chief President na what now? Na why late? Remember this year.
So I just want to beg mpanyimfo no bi ene nsema omoye no they should factor the environment in which we find ourselves.
Okay.
And na me tie papa bi from Kenya. Or see bibia na the judiciary will run to court.
Hold on. The executive and our judicial.
The executive, they will run to court. Sorry, thank you.
No, and
in most cases, the executives get what they want from the courts.
Okay.
Or see, and the young people of Kenya decided to do what they want to do because in the end, now Mweka said they should go to court on the financial bill. Yeah. We are making in Ghana. Didn't we suffer a similar fate? Lawyer,
be careful what
didn't we suffer a similar fate?
Yeah, don't
yeah, the e-levy ebaye. Yeah, can't say e-levy, you know. That's it, you can go to court. But you cannot go to court until the law is passed. And yes, sir.
Of course.
And this is what the Kenyan MP is telling us, that the courts should be careful. Because Bibiaba Namujitum to favor the executive. One day, all of us will run away from tear gas.
Chief, quite that one in my insight any daily graphic.
Yo, me that's it. With the fashion,
and your share.
My part, I hear forces so. Actually, say, and your boy, I am fan chemi. Say me late kaka. Issues on board no. BC na
BC ni de bus na tu eja o
tu eja me o de mananga we she ya mano na we she ya mano na me ka se nyame nka wo ho
afa na ne ba churo nti e se on wish no
pacho say
time ko chief pacho
ko enti me so me join president of the Republic of Ghana na Danko Akufo-Addo ene yen flag bearer Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia I wish a BC candidates in the way say I wish them best of luck say adia almost no meaning say omo ebe demonstrate ewo exams or now at the end of the day they come out with flying colors na omo nya nidaso so ewo won suku mu say nyankopon adom unlike some of us na obeko senior high school na ato ne adwendwene ne titu awofo no ene MPP aban Adaroma na Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia Adaroma ntino sa emofrey ewo ni daso foforo kra won awofo no nim se obia modern mono edini kora eye senior high school akane nanka obia nim se ye boso na yam hyew because o confessika ewo henefa nti Bejitum say enkwada no rest assured say omo BC for no the momo fan show mu trim say your final certification examination ya omo we are there be is also selection into senior high school into omo any other vocational institutions into omo fan show trim say nya say me co school no na me we ya mame BC certificate keke na momu no mitro we ni we are me co school to aso ye senior high school no it idea very important for mon share so and then no school ni da ho e de ema wo mo na nyankopon wadom so Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe
chief we pese Bernard pese
570,461 candidates no
yes
so mo nyina pass here will they all get into secondary
of course the available infrastructure as we speak omo nyina be absorb omo anade no yen be fa no say from Dr. Kwame Nkrumah no me chow from Dr. Kwame Nkrumah breso eba besi time 2017 na enkwada in terms of enrollment omo course senior high school na 800,000 students as we speak more than 1.6 million so it tells you say if nothing at all the number has been doubled. What did I mention? No,
not just the highest we have got to.
Which one?
570.
No, I'm talking about senior high school enrollment.
But how do you go into senior high school?
No. Any academic year we now can numbers. No, we are talking about this academic year.
Yes.
And what I'm suggesting is say, omo ewo akwanya se omo we are secondary school no be absorb. No, what you are saying, you may say it's possible say be absorb. What is your problem? Ni nyina ne say
because we share the paramedic nature.
Ni nyina ne say be too mofra ne for say mo fan hye mutrim say yagitum say aggregate in terms of pass mark no 6 to 30. Na emumu no obi anya no to betimi follow within 6 to 18 20. Say ne e be ya o
that be a dot, a chain 30.
Oh, but that is what the
used to be 36.
No. What I'm saying.
It used to be 36.
Exactly.
6
and
to
what?
36.
Yes.
And he's correcting you. He says it's a cap.
No,
so 3 SHS.
No. So what I'm suggesting? No. Psychology.
No, 36.
Debbie.
And 36. Aggregate.
No.
36.
What I'm saying is say, obetimi ya kenkan. O kenkan ya obehunu. O kenkan ya obehunu. sana education act no ka. What I'm suggesting is say omo function won trimu say akonya wo homa wo mo psychology.
Omo function Bernard say omo function omo team and say in reality no ye wo facilities akwala we nyina atwo wi a omo benya kwan akoso
ever since I introduce free SHS no what is obi be catch us say when school anko na what is akoda bia be catch us say or passing the BC no when school anko enti na asem na
introduce track system track system no some parents have their own issues with it at now some education is being who say a man kolani be fie be che any ade timi e sure say nti no busasa.
There's no perfect system in this world when it comes to education. What I know is say we improve on enti no baby a ye dru no say si ano enidaso o ne say kanea na nka omu wie school a enidaso ni ho say mpo betimi anya school akọ bio sika ni fie no ene no sa barrier no ye aban aye free ho eno ne ade a me omo enya ho enije enti na say so no ye reanimate so ayi na enim ono an supervise implementation of free SHS yakopon wado or partner Dr. Mamadou Baumia ochina na ya unveil ye ticket 2024 no so Dr. Opoku Prempe Dr. Napo mejitum say ono so awohye eye emofrey so best of luck yakopon enka won ho na menim say nkunimdie ebeye won edia na quick one on CJ justifies additional justices. Ghana Bar Association so any Attorney General, Minister for Justice, Nase on ne ya adwene. No crane Chief Justice ma me kan kire obi a say enipa numu o pese inform me ka ho no o mo na backlog a ho in terms of cases a kire me share graphic abobo cases ni so or say only 344 out of 393 pending cases. Okay, meaning that backlog no 595 cases. Yes, I think NCBC no a matter of law. Emrano say constitution no clear on that when it comes to minimum threshold. And I think Article 128 clause 1 of the Constitution no, takes care of and some minimum of 9. Constitution no can say there's a cap and I say maximum threshold no say anything. And only idea yen no Chief Justice e wo ho kwan say ono susu timi chair say o yenya additional justices are. Na omoba beboa because workload as we speak ye nyina ye jetum including lawyers omoko court ajutum say cases no bebre pending pressure. There's pressure on justices of Supreme Court ye nyina ye jetum enti how do you resolve that your numbers ni bi na beba na democracy is expensive na menua Bernard Mona eka democracy is very expensive ye jetum say justices e do omoba be ka ho no bema oman no ye wage pay akosro. Yes, yajitum enunti ena yesusu yehunu no say ya fa democracy say no na yede ebebo ye ho bra as oman no it comes with huge cost ni bi no say judiciary no very important organ of government me mejitum say yama yeni ko hu na ye hwe sebi on welfare ade a eba beda oman no so na yetime eboa ema yenya lawyer for a omo esi munyene omo experience we vest eba sabi emra yadi juma wo man we mu a constitution ye clear sansa crowd be betimi a qualify akọ Supreme Court no person must be of high moral character meboa afeso say ye ba ho no watimi di ho I think not less than 15 years. Yes, enti no we mu ye enye nipa bi akeke na mejitum say Chief Justice o se yen for mo ma meka ho nipa ono ankasa nim say we mu betima ba beboa yen. The problem has to do with a number now the two so no. The number now the two so no. And no na from where I sit, it appears that say the number to so na because okay yan fan kosi 20 there. na ase kepo ade no e wo ho mi wa no ho no de e unconstitutional because constitution is clear on that. There's no cap say yeah the ade na baba to say. But the fact of the matter is say you hear procedure. Yes, so no, I know I'll come to the procedure. The problem we have is say you hear more justices to adjudicate matters pending before a Supreme Court. You hear more justices. Enti no dey say na ye ti ha jitu musam no kre de mame no ka no no kre say wo say ebiba beka ho a so be it na ya hwe na emomo no as a ye be justify say oh or can because there's a backlog bia o mo na eba betena so sa enum ne na eba betena so no o ma bontene me justify say ade na me justify no is as a result of number of cases in kwanam say 5 na me there be and yes omo no omo ye adwuma. What you are saying is say ebeboa o mine ebeboa ye ne ankasa because there are so many complaints and na me masem kra court no chedodo. Justice delay is justice denied said ye can. Enti no me there me feel say fast track it sa ne request we na at the end of the day ne ade more justice sir. So be it ni nyina na ebeboa o mine no na mo say ebetima tena demu ha na say ya rubbish the chief justice no can no there. I think it's unfair. It's highly unfair. Media rubbish na say omonso kire o madwen with democracy ni mu say o we chief justice there but constitution in ma ho kwan. No, unim. To be honest with you, as to say Judicial Council members on the council no ababontene ababeka say oh we have problem with the numbers. I know they are maintain. Then again, Chief Justice is not working in isolation. Oh no, mo na ye adwuma. Oh no, mo na ho. But lawyer H kind constitution no article baby a say enye onu no be request bibia article 144 of the constitution. Okay, so yes. Okay. Ho na ka say an. Good. What I know to the best of my knowledge they say tell the constitution no e ka no. NCBC no one Judicial Council no esusu ho owia it goes to the president, then the president consult council of state na oma take a decision. President no betimi a reject a request no obetimi so a grant in the way a constitutional provision. Refer to parliament. Yes, and also refer to parliament for approval and no there mejitum say sa enetie but menti so say oma baba be kan say Judicial Council na baba kan say sa nkomo na wo di no monte da but me problem and say na GBA so omo ya lawyer for so say ampaye ne chief justice say adwene ye na ye ko law court and ye hunu say ye problem e ma o man no nti ade na ye mboa na ye ntimi mpagya numbers ni it means from what I said me per se asem die no ebekọ wawa na nipa bi ti say menua Bernard Mona asem bia opagya ya na ode ko Supreme Court adwene no ono so benya anije say nsem no asem ya constitution cheche mu ne ko ana say I said there has been instances I throw Crawford out there bia say one sem na the asem bia ko Supreme Court call this Ben now when you CJ bibia na modru ko what is the mention no the CJ ni kroma so no what I'm saying is say say police court and ya court me court sa o chief yanko ya I think say chief justice me so me born abaso because of why now I've seen a lot of reforms or the about judicial system ni mo it shock me I didn't shock you me say me born ma me na abaso I didn't know say it shock me I didn't Mamia one fa kwan so mra so what me chura letter o say wa ko Judicial Council rejected now what chura the akoma president now wa betna say aka say because of a backlog of 595 into you want 5 additional judges meanwhile 15 judges you could only do 344 cases. If the justification of the 5 additional judges is to dispense with the backlog, then you need more. Watch my chairman, me anti ageba. Me anti ageba me that's not lie with me. Me anti ageba. Anya mama ekuya. Oh Ben. Mr. Chief. Me anti ageba me meti hoyi. Say request no. Anya me na me de beto ho. Constitution is clear on that. Say Chief Justice, President of the court no. And Chief Justice. Such request your request as an judicial council in consultation. No, me so you can't constitutional matters. So a bad demonstration we expect. But when it comes to constitutional matters,
I also know
so the constitution I got in a parliament for many years. No, what I'm saying is a request request a year can once no. On say a statement of claim a free Chief Justice or no eba. Na eba na hene fa no de beko. The constitution is clear say on Judicial Council no.
And I mean besides UGD says our constitution should it come from the Chief Justice in the first place? Because what can article
no, say yeah add more justice to Supreme Court. Decision you know every heneba. Ain't mean free Attorney General home. Patriotic them yes. And ain't mean free any parliamentarian ho emma. It will come from the judicial. Judicial is also no. Ain't mean free High Court judge, and as a Circuit Court judge. It will definitely.
Lawyer ni wahamanin kinkan constitution. Lawyer you constitution.
No. What can say lawyer ni waha? Sebi.
So unya lawyer.
No.
So menya lawyer.
No, won't mean cancer. Sebi say school no. LLB no me mayibi.
But
no. So don't go there.
You are not a lawyer. Chief.
But what can say you are being unfair? Debbie, because you can't say I mean to was
can you call yourself a lawyer?
As a lawmaker, what experience do you want from me again?
Make you a
and I make sure say my complete me LLB. I work in law school. So what are you saying? So I know the law basic. Lawyers don't say that.
I will tell you, Chief, you know very well that.
So what I'm saying is, I mean, can't be you and your constitutional. Why are you doing this? You don't do that. No, what I'm saying is, have I said I'm a lawyer?
Hey, yo. Say you are not.
Even nothing at all. The moment you are done with your LLB, you are paralegal. Or you don't know?
Until you're paralegal.
Okay, so basic knowledge. I know more than what you are telling me.
It's law.
No, what I'm saying is the basic knowledge. Maybe one the basic knowledge.
Me did you law more about me?
No, what I'm saying is who catch him say Yenjama lawyer for now? Then you yourself cry. Make my question.
Chief.
What is the mention?
Chief.
Because from where you sit, make my catch you say there's a certification you answer betting the hosting program. No, you don't do that. Listen. No, but so you don't let me talk.
I will make my
so what I'm saying is basic.
You are not a lawyer. Don't worry. You know the constitution.
So are you saying only lawyers?
I'll read it for you. Don't worry. I'll read it for you.
Now me go to Madie.
They will go to them and say, "Yes, sanity." And what time no?
Maintaining no.
What time no?
Oh.
Read what you have. Read what you have. No, read article 144 that you have.
Mami kasa.
Say ya.
Mami kasa. Why say I come me jam mami kasa wo so ma no sa. Asam mami kan say go to the no, what I'm saying. So allow me to flow. When you moderator, so you want to allow me to flow. Allow me to make my point. What is that? No.
So relax.
And so you to relax. No. Asam na make no.
It's one person that controls the show.
No, what I'm saying is
maybe for granted. See. One person controls the show.
Okay.
And once I am moderating, I am to ask you questions.
Okay.
What can say? So now, let's put everything that has happened behind. Read your constitution you have. Students of the law, Article 144.
So now you admit.
Students of the
law.
So
keep quiet and let me talk.
A lawyer. You are not a lawyer.
Oh, catch for a lawyer. What is that?
Better.
But me person catch us when it comes to basic knowledge in law, me experience. I've sat in parliament for 8 good years as a lawmaker. Constitution no minim nie wom. What is the and I'm quoting say and some na ye kan ya han na bi mu person mo 40 maame no in terms of numbers no constitution no an kan baby a and I quoted article 128 clause 1 of the constitution say it deals with the threshold me ba me di kan quote here no asana me be kan 144 because you are not listening.
Really?
Yes.
Konso.
Ontie. So no be so ma no. Me quote here no wie ye no ti ha me nu eti bisa no se man quote here no.
Me hwia me bisa.
Exactly bisa ben so good. Eti me wie ye and I me quote say this is what the constitution states. Because of numbers no. Obma say oye specific say 5 additional no. And no e be a problem ah. Even me and me to make say be a problem ne wo. Request no there must definitely come from a chief justice. in consultation with the Judicial Council.
So now hold on. Now for constitution now to kind Article 128. Lawyer Meba.
1 second.
Lawyer
Article
128. Lawyer Nyabotre. Mo one king kind idea because or tenamra she be fienti mpacho man king kind.
Very simple.
Enti kind Article 128 no we are no kind 142 no na chair baby. Chief Justice
no. What I'm saying, even what I'm saying, the cry is being quoted here by a graphic.
I don't have a problem.
No, yes.
Ude quoting here.
Collins. I no pay you by no drug test. Neni abrepa o. Where I say welcome.
Where ba?
Oh, by him fa.
GBA's position.
Okay.
Also, the Ghana Bar Association, in response to the president, indicated that they agree with the request of the Chief Justice in principle, but opined that the Chief Justice request should have been in respect of the need to increase the conventional number of justices of Supreme Court at present to 20, as the 1992 Constitution, per Article 128 Clause 1, prescribes the minimum justices of the Supreme Court. It's your own America. Yeah, me my bill when it comes to constitutional matter. Let me tell you.
Article
144 na me kan ya no susu ni. And me smell be church macho.
No, nya but
Article 144 me na me kan.
You have the constitution, don't
so worry. What I'm saying is
you have the constitution. Let us read the constitution.
Lawyer so about the kind close to no you can say lawyer kind. Me and me catch I will say
Chief,
in such situation, you know,
Chief,
if there's a decision,
Chief Pacho, hold on.
Then it must be in consultation with the Judicial Council.
Hold on. Yeah, thank you.
Answer na ye
hold on.
Answer na ye the petition na my president. Yeah, the petition in my president. No president I consult a council of state. Answer na say owie as to say obe afemi and say obe rejected sa petition now. It goes to Parliament for approval. Makasa same way.
Thank you. Lawyer Pacha for education.
Don't
worry.
You don't do
what
that.
You want to say.
Article 1142 is very simple. It said head in here, 114 head in here, appointment of justices of the Superior Courts. Chairman and members of the regional tribunals. So 11421 here said the Chief Justice shall be appointed by the President acting in consultation with the Council of State and the approval of Parliament. Before they be appointed Chief Justice, no, Omampani and appointed. The appointing authority is always the President.
Okay.
But he does so in consultation with the Council of State, who are the advisors of the state. No?
Okay.
Now or now Parliament for vetting and after that approval.
Okay.
And of course we are on what's sworn in.
Okay.
Then he moved to 1142. And say other Supreme Court justices, which is in this case here, in this particular case, shall be appointed by the President. And he's acting on the advice of the Judicial Council, not the Chief Justice.
Thank you. That's all I know.
Okay. And then in consultation with the Council of State.
Is that what the Constitution states?
I'm reading from the Constitution.
Thank you.
Okay. On the advice of the Judicial Council, in consultation with the Council of State, and with the approval of Parliament. So as in the Chief Justice the NTN or no, and I appointed someone about Bernard Collins Dean. Send by me in some way. We are consulting Council of State. Almost what adjatum. They're not the one of Parliament. They will schedule you for vetting. Vetting would be from we almost Parliament and so approve. Then what's about the President now being for sorry? And some of what you call mass either Supreme Court judge or Chief Justice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Comments Kakra Mudia Bana making Kai. Joyce stated, sister, please tell lawyer I admire him pa. I always look forward to seeing him every Monday. Then he says, lawyer is my crush. When your fans back, whoa, train a bomb back, so too. Confidence detail for Tracia. We thank God NPP flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has selected his running mate Arrogant Napo. It is not the same. Is it not the same Napo who introduced homosexual into our basic education curriculum? Bawumia and Napo are not generational thinkers. Then Mad Lion Afridium comes in. Good morning, Yaki. Unfortunately, Ghanaians can easily forget the pains ex-President JDM put us through. The man who deprived teachers and nursing trainee schools of their allowance. The man who imposed a tax on head porters, aka Kayaye. Kofi Prince, America has 9 Supreme Court judges for a population of 300 million. Ghana, 33 million. Oh, Fred, stop it. I'm reading. Or the private message, it's not better, so then I lose focus. Ghana has 33 million, 15 judges, and we are told they need more to work. Free accommodation, 1V8, and saloon car and other incentives. Haba. Asokre Joseph, I think Bernard is right. The court should increase their working hours and stop wasting our resources. This is where 24 hours economy come in. Is very doable. And then Macron Golding, good morning, sister. Yeah, I'm watching live from France, Paris. We need to change 2024 by the next president in Ghana. 2025 is JDM. Then Ernest Eshon, the attitude of the NPP man shows they are the same. It's like Napo talking arrogance in Kwana. NPP are the spokespeople for the courts. And now I'm asking only your question. Let me see. Ajekum Anson, Baumia Napo will surely break the 8. And then Alhaji Audu Isa is like the MPs from Menshia. No, please don't personalize it. Honorable Abariga or Hariga Francis, Menyani Afachemi, there's no one to help we Ghanaians, so some of us should stop, change the mentality. The negativity in some Ghanaians is just too much. Kofi Chamateng, comparing Prof. Jaina Nopokwajman to Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh in Ghana politics, it is like you are comparing Eric Ten Hag to Carlo Ancelotti in UEFA Champions League. Napo is Ancelotti and Prof. Jane is Eric Ten Hag from Kofi Chairman. Oh, Kofi go. Okay. Enti pacho mo comment ne kakra en makinka yemfa yen last topic no. Enti said ya ye na che se chief be fire no. Enti chief your last topic no e mo running mate.
Chief man this week.
O say Fio.
My baby.
No. But say Ben, would you to me say
Chief Pachoje, now so she rallies MPP for Baumia Napo ticket. And then why Napo is not the right vice presidential candidate for NPP. Prof. Kobe Mensah. Now so she says it will be an academy if he say ye Napo. Now Prof. Kobe Mensah say Niema Miensa and onu di jina so say will be a running meter. Complementarity na che say obetimi a president amana yeye obo president ni chidom in terms of attitude, behavior no osinapo ni voter appeal on appeal to voters, policy credentials and onibi niema miensa winti ensese enkoye president vice presidential candidate obeka say
who determines Napo is not a good choice? Who determines that? Yes. Same way no and I say Sebi Prof Kobe the or home council to make but Collins the or not the or na join there and not the you see, people must be fair and sincere in this country.
Collins to say parliament.
Watch na join to me chairman me pacho. Ben. Oh yes sir.
Oh you mean you.
What did them check? Me buy no the ma makoma course so kakra bi eye de ya no say that na say bi matina we any da bia no yeah no you see wanya de please
doesn't make us lawyers please
oh them check
please
enti yeah, what my house on the count there only production kasa.
Una me what you see that guy now here LLB ni enya you doesn't make us lawyers. I need to be my LLM. Doesn't make me a lawyer.
Meba, let me tell you something.
I mean an LLM.
Let me tell you something. Hwe Mama
so
Mama ya ba betina ha. Sebi. I caught some of us with respect. Nya kwada. Na what them je no. Nya kwada. And I make sure obi ametina hanka and then invite.
It's mutual and reciprocal. I have not disrespected
no, listen.
I am the one moderating the show. You make a statement. But you are dragging it. And I make a the
clarity I'm a ban say. The clarity I'm a ban say.
Because LLB now
na no kasa na nipa no kasa walk and say be say nipa no asem na nyansa wo then you allow the person to speak say meti ha make kasa no me kasa tia
me call school me yakuyafo yi
Bernard, please don't do that. Yeah, me can say Bernard, we lawmaker, we lawyer, we lawmaker, but you always comment on parliamentary issues.
Because the problem is that I said, oh, lawyer no wahama, lawyer in Kinkan. That is your problem.
Oh, see, you are not a lawyer. Obey to your back at your side. The police
said, Una will say,
no, what I'm saying is issue now you're discussing.
See, you are wasting precious time. Whoever has a law degree, who is a lawyer, is not why you are here. You are here representing your party. So let us talk about the issue.
So education here, they say, Obia or Hong Kong, say, or not train adrenaline.
But when it comes to farm education and somebody has expertise, it's good to make use of the expertise.
Of course.
So if there's a lawyer,
so always
let the lawyer read for us.
So always expect, you can't say invite experts. No moment now.
We have time for experts. That's why we do experts. Please.
Adam, interview me please. And
as
someone may can say,
as someone may tackle the issue.
As someone may can say, as someone Professor Kobe. As someone give me a break. When you push me, I will expose you. You can't do this to me. Yes, anything else.
What are you exposing me?
So let me talk. Who can some person go no fin? I didn't know yes sir.
Me go hu fin aje.
Me can some no me metina o studio and can say sebi asem na make no me expert.
Something and I need that. Anytime you are not a lawyer. Take me to wherever you want to take me to. Continue the talk.
And you cry won't cry no. Meko Ghana Law School.
Thank
after
you.
my level. But I also have masters in other disciplines.
What is the lawyer? Yes, I'll gladly call you a lawyer.
You want my third degree?
We thank God.
What is the no? I don't brag.
It's not
politics. What is my dinner baby akasa say with that? Me ba show so. What is my kakra say be my LLB da?
Chief.
But no me pacho.
No. We are
Professor Kobe asema wokan.
Koso.
Wachira na adwene.
Okay.
Nti wonu nsu yesu enchire ya adwene. That's the beauty of democracy. Say ochira de e wo Legon. Because go University of Ghana. Or anchire ma de na me onu oni ho. Na emomu no me gitu pa say a school fu e wo ho no. E wo mo so wo me na support e wo ne ho as a lecturer.
Okay.
E ye natural. Enti say ye flag bearer. Wonimdie mu ni nyanse mu say enipa we ne be compliment me ticket to win the elections, to win the heart of Ghanaians. Now what na baby throw the Bible to say it's a bad choice, sir. Is it not an indictment on a flag bearer?
But so chain or can raw and me kind show any reasons, insights and so on.
The reasons
Omaniama me ensa. What about you just opposing Enyama me ensa?
Me Enyama me ensa no crack and bogus.
Okay.
Who didn't a bogus?
Debbie.
Sure. Your mind be more. Who you could do for? They tag you, oh, you're arrogant. Eyana is so sickening. Say, meti ho, me bully you want to bully me. Me sorry na me kasa. Hey, where ya homaso? Ahomaso ne den. Ahomaso no be a catch you say ye de. And then some me from what I said to do, I make a case away assertive. Then I'm case away assertive. What assertive no? And Kofu show almost say you are arrogant. What you any of day?
Me I.
Yes.
Me na de me fan too.
And I make say we are assertive. And I love people like that. Because media.
My friend, you can't love Maya.
Don't mind him. Go on.
You can't love Maya.
I don't know where sir.
But how can she love your Maya?
Chief Koso.
Me regardless. You see, I love people who push and make their case. Sanamiti. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe. Me sure say obi su betuma di ne ho dance here pa a chen me.
Okay.
Anya hwe me masum as youth organizer. Then mentia. Ansa na eche mu Onyankopon adom me call Rene mentia North constituency. But any spokesperson when I was youth organizer. My name is the current chairman of constituency na Yetontom. Now, oye nipa baako to be honest with you. Ade a wo hwehwe afa leadership bia no ebi woni. Ebi woni. Ade wo a woni ne nya adwuma closely. Oye nipa baako assertiveness ameka ho asem no. Se odi asem kokoto ne. On fa asem ne trial.
Okay.
Obisa questions. Obebisa. Owia na waka cho say okay. Ye ni say be ye say. Ye ni say be ye say. Ososo wadwen ni say. Enipa do tan ya na ye nipa ho bra. Odi asem kokoto na nimu a. Otimi nya bre e kire obabi a ye mfanto. Everything no ye results oriented person no. Okay. Because o share the contribution to socio-economic development of this country.
Okay.
Ejitum say e da ye nyina nimu adaja. Education aye ka ho asem. Hwe bold decision. Omanpanyi de to ho. Any tough minder Dr. Napo enya sa abre no etimi edi implement sa eye free SHSC. Ena Ghana eya dance die ema obi bia. Oni no so afo.
Prof Kobi Mensa ken. Eye ono pena eka. And since amubo ni din no. Sade no has been running through oye arrogance. Mobe pese mobe she na matakle and I say there be because oye okukodru for ninti enkofo fan say
no we are not debating NDC. Yen elections are here kon me tena ha. I'm looking at people of this country. Ghana for enti NDC for there so they say drop in now no e na omuko ye emergency meeting at their party headquarters.
Okay.
Oh kokomlimle what did they mention e na omo nyina came out with conclusion say look Dr. Napo ya dropping no first of all ono na okura Professor Jane legacy emra oba ebeto obeye oswafo no maame no ho no say teacher training allowance obitwa mu ene na say krase bi okoka say free SHS so mo na de buy ama awofo de school fees prospectus ne niema na omototo abekire ama as we speak obi Professor Jane ontimi ma abontene me pa Ghana for echew enti Dr. Matopoko Prempe no eye best choice ono ebe ma ye hunu niema pote so e course so because yeka no we are talking about sebi facts nye kasa keke.
Okay.
On paper we na maame no ye ba oba ye no say ni e no so eba be ye afa so no yeah it's not easy to keep the light on for 4 hours. O share education energy sector reforms or dia baho o share adansi and crofo di fan including NDC for ni susu bi enne mene wo ka say is it racketing yeah one na tina mra she bedwa mo pen one na tina mra she onim no e chen menua chum wote hey
okay
me Dr. Napo me na yadwuma closely me nim no e chen e bia Bernard Mona
okay
all them chen enti no adanse na
case anya mo amone na yadwuma ni pe you are marketing him to Ghana for nyina.
So what I'm saying is Ghana for no wo manya akonya aben no anyina e ka se we ye nipa bia he pays attention to details.
Okay.
So leadership no na ye hwehwe na lucky nipa no so our partner no say Dr. Mamadou Baumia no so no oye obia agitum say very affable na ya say nya Dr. Napo ono so ye assertive omo take it a very very solid take it.
Thank you. Lawyer, what do you make of the two? Na to she say yen kamum Prof Kobi Mensa say onye the right person to be the presidential vice presidential candidate. Edu so no aken lawyer yen kompacho munyeko.
Ben we say won kasa o.
Oh yeah.
So ya won kasa o.
Kasa o call. Kasa.
Na to she call no dey say empenin say afiechi ni abufu.
Okay.
Tie no dey. I wouldn't spend time on that because once she was, I mean, should I say anticipating or aspiring to hear her name or something?
Nah, she also qualified.
Yeah, now our manager, I think it's not just I remember right after, I think just before say official pronouncement, somebody like me, I'm missing a Kofu.
Yes, Dr.
Issue, I mean, everything statement.
After said by
immediately after, that's fine. So, on also Canada, I think is in line. No. But to take us to the substantive, which is Nipana Yakana 7, say, I was say what I may have done for the prof, was say, on yet then.
Nyama Miensa. 3 critical factors to consider in the selection. Complementarity. Said you'll be to me a complementary president, you know, in terms of the attitude, the behavior.
Okay.
Afi said they will be appealing to voters and the policy credentials. Or see you know only.
Okay, so I'm very from number there, so never.
Okay.
Policy credentials. Ministers are policy holders. They implement policies of government.
Okay.
In Tisabai, Ebayan or the money ministers. Now more through their ministries, you know, are implemented. Now I shall say it will be very successful. Into I shall prepare ultimate take us a so ministers or cabinet approval. Cabinet knows like the board of a year or no ministry, and that's be a minister. Into what the coho, what the vice president or president or all other ministers in that will be. Even party chairman, general secretary, we never know. It will come home in a bobo in some home at Tuano and the questions is with the baby sow. And then at the end, they will come to a conclusion or a decision. And then whatever resolution will be making. And not now what they call Yajuma in your ministry. So a minister doesn't work one for who I would trimun baby. The whole Yabiani, your name, a year sanctioned by your government, i.e., cabinet. And award the Baba Yajuma in your ministry. And sure, say your other army officers and that you will make sure that you Baba Yajuma. So now let's take Matthew Bokuprempe, Dr. Matthew Bokuprempe. Samekami Trimuya, he is the only person who has minister. At least I've seen ministers from Rawlings regime to today. Yeah, the very first time he said minister Bitia Kunyaso. Now amount for me like public speakers. For instance, Professor Kobi Minu saying between general radio, so now TV so. I can say. Minister with the money if you are deputy minister, I'm it's Napo. When he was education minister.
But it's the same Napo and our pioneer FSHS. Yes, it was started time and no year minister.
Yes, no sense.
How? I will share. Remember, we need education background.
It was one number education ministry, one number for first year permanent for the minister.
Why the cancer?
Oh.
Why the casa?
Collins say, "What can Mr. Ami because I'm back and back."
Now, also call me no
Collins, you don't do that. I was very quiet because I know that's why I'm back and back. Won't mean drown, but you didn't try to endure.
Many problem. Because some of my
I'm not director as to what I should say. I say what I know. Into the dignity.
Yes, Bekasi.
I don't. Me nobody directs me. I say what I know, not what somebody's telling me to do.
That's the position. That's what so speak NDC mind.
Chief Pacho call me.
So yeah, the performance under education ministry. Bismarck. Or not you may not agree with me, but I don't have a problem. I don't even want to agree with you. What the moment answer.
I'm not agreeing. I'm asking questions.
I know. Who says to give you some credit? But
Mr. Give him.
Someone says to give him some credit.
Yeah.
So the point
is your nightmare, right? Oh, NDC.
Chief, say now obey.
Napo can never be anybody's nightmare. He's his own nightmare, not our nightmare.
I
didn't talk. I was very quiet listening to you. Because I wanted to do the same thing. You make an another by MPN. Yeah, MPN.
Yeah, Bernard on Kazao.
Yeah, Obaka said under his tenure as education minister. I know man Kwalagugu, your friend say Independence Square, in the name of say Yekopostio. If we are say he tend to come and blame John Dramani Mahama say, and you're not bassing for free and go Independence Square. And maybe move fake fenty. When the same person went to Parliament for vetting as energy minister, I put that question to him. He had no power than to only retract and apologize.
He clarified the issue.
Then to retract and apologize. It's there. You can just Google it. You see him saying that he retracted and apologized on one and okay. So if somebody like this is the one that we are praising to be so competent vice president, then we are heading towards hell. Yeah?
Yes.
Matthew Opoku is part of the economic management team today. Every energy minister is a member of the economic management team. So Napo is part of the economic management team today. Yeah. He is part of the people who has led us into this ditch. He is part of the people who has advised wrongly. I'm a man about Bisiama for the first time in the history of Ghana since 1987. Ghana has become.
What of send suggestion? No, Wakaya and Fa. Oh, but don't so don't presume for him. So let's not presume for him. Let's not presume for him that can be unfair. But then equally,
what we know is that
also presuming
what we know is that
or Kahuna Basan. What if say
because there's a team that is supposed to
boxing. Collins Nekaya and Collins. Oh, say Okasa boxing. Dr. Napodi Kekani
they make a say about people who won't me, but you endure. Just endure it. I know say you can't stand it, but endure.
And your boxing
if you are seeing no family, many of the quarter task you no one can have a journey and never in the JP. The team ensures our success when it comes to economy. Finance minister, one day, minister you act in accordance with the directives of your cabinet or your team, which is led by the president. And your family say to me, someone should mind sick as someone to yes. And none about me ever catch us a solid team. Why do you think you are starting them? Or touting one because of you say when you never go make CPS, and they have messed up. They have messed up big time, including Napo. And on one deputy ba kon echo vetting say yes minister of state Herbert Crapper.
Okay.
The Nanado administration has increased electricity coverage by 5% since 2017. Frisian and son fund echini a watna konya so 5% electricity coverage. And you are still touching yourself some money. Do you know the work NDC has done under electricity coverage?
It's like I said, you are putting all the burden of government on Napo.
I'm not putting all the burden of government on Napo.
Because I say you are expecting so much
relax
from him.
Now, I'm not. You see, to whom much is given, much expected.
Okay.
He has been at two sensitive sectors or points.
Okay.
A very key cabinet positions: education, energy. You can't have them out of cabinet. No matter what, a former cabinet said, then say good you.
These are two key.
Okay, you find them or you find these two portfolios in every cabinet of any government. So for you to have been lucky to have been at these two centers, say Bible said yes if you are not bad who be according to what any word what one say na me say we.
So what's one positive thing now because say both ministries
omo dey intend them meet capacity
but enu na chief and na chief Ghana na
and not Jimmy yeah so be busa we say we your soafo a wo sum yen as o man so chief me ba but also you go ni is the fact I will repeat it omu yen omu ne hwan omu Ghana for you don't go that direction. Collins,
so you see, and then I make Dr. Napodi also a moon crop. I would be many to
Mate, what the mate, but so just endure. Mrs. But endure, I like everything. I don't like it, so just endure. So now I'm going to media for no answer question.
This will not win your
election. I have served a minister before. Who was also a minister of energy. You not even for him Kasasa.
And this
thank you.
This is the target
you wouldn't have been a minister but for people voting for your government. You would have still been a dentist.
Oh.
You wouldn't have been a minister. But people consider your government and give power to your government. And now
was being real. Say BB Into your pushing for baby. What are you pushing
for? Okay, so PURC asked them to bring timetable. Were they also speaking from the moon or something? Parliament Select Committee on Energy, and so can say they should bring timetable. And also,
okay.
So what I say, so if where so do so new one pa.
What keep you like
parliamentary committee they can say oh the timetable mra. And it's not PRC so we regulate and so can say mo timetable for Ghana for. It means something is there, but you need to come Ghana for. You think you are on your own, and you can say anything that you want and just go away.
Okay.
Anything that you need good work as a but you see, for him, his assessment is going to be on his education as education ministry.
Fantastic.
His role at the economic management team as a member.
Yes.
His role as energy minister. I will be a minister one time for the first time. Two for cutting and because I didn't me video matter in no jam and tell you
no crowd.
Okay. So you need to understand that the problem is in Sonia. I'm for attending to us one car. No one said the papa no for.
And then can the
what does it? He's not somebody that we worrying our head on. The competence and incompetence, you those who worry to keep on the same way Professor Kobe I expose you.
Okay.
We are never worried and we will never be worried about the appointment of Napo as running mate for a party.
Thank you.
I've told you.
Ben, let's go. Why your notes in every uncle?
Yeah, that's a baby.
Okay.
Na my friend newspapers no nyina I say Napo and the MPP are dominating from the front pages.
Okay.
If he last week or even 3 weeks continuous. Now clearly MPP strategy has worked because no mo say na Toshi ochina no mo say Minua Henry Kokofu ochina chi no mo say Duchum.
Okay.
The next time near to say Macdan.
Macdan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yet you are near.
And
professor no can you as professor no yes up there.
Say Fanina.
Was it
yeah, on say oh bear say 9 papers or has a 10.
About
me and Dr. Napo.
Okay.
Na nim beda so enti no enti ben dem we nya ono
okay no was na
pacho mo maka mo dia wi enti mo ma be
enti ben na pacho wo wa na de oka no kra bi anim
on kan bonu bi akoso
na sesi anu we moderator na
nim mpo so you sit na got
what kind newspapers me ansa Napo ni eda so on kind the other newspapers that carry anything opposition
men pacho the address the issue men address yo
emia ko mia collins kwa afuso budget.
Of course, Yebeshe Napo Nejuma. Yebeshe the ticket that Napo is coming with to the vice president. And on the positive side, Yebetimi Akase, Napo has, to his credit, about 40,000 people as an MP.
Okay.
As an MP. Omato Abamano.
So you mean
the constituency that he has a known constituency.
Okay.
That constituency will deliver Napo.
Okay.
And the Abin issue answer na yebakwa akoto abona. Napo can say that on the ticket me the 40,000 votes Ediaba. Just from my constituency.
Okay.
And Mifi Ashanti region, the dominant region in our politics. Every political party must have a bite. Nia metimi aye in my constituency no metimi aye in Ashanti region, so that is not a basket that anyone should joke with. And we
no sir, going by global info for no betimi apai because the enko betimi dia ba in totality of Ashanti region no alambe pone kakra what consider
baby amemete no alan banyana dia.
Okay.
Manya media.
Okay.
The other political parties banya.
Okay.
But Napo decides that he's going to... Napo decides...
Chief Ubisa, what's in more Misa?
President
to me, I want to know.
That's why the chief a consultation say Omo Mamenka. Say Napo decided say me make concentrate the rest of my campaign in my home region. So we should look at it from that perspective, and it depends on what strategy they develop.
Okay.
But nobody can take away the fact that Napo and his ministry can be credited for the expansion of the free SHS to include everybody. But the
expansion and I say implementation.
Expansion.
It was implemented already before.
Yeah.
Really?
Mimiko school. Mimi cost.
But who dey no nye no munye kom who dey no say na yenim say no wo say northern.
That is why I'm saying expansion because free senior high secondary school was started by Kwame Nkrumah. It was not started by Akufo-Addo. And it was expanded. And to say expansion idea. No, the Abba.
Association members, Nsroma.
Thank you. But in addition to the expansion, no.
Was it name impeccable records at the ministry?
Yeah,
let me see. In addition to that, no. NAPO is credited with the impeccable record of bringing traffic light into our educational system.
Fantastic.
What do you say? Inti yawoho, and no doubt, NAPO as a minister for energy can also be credited. Say prior to the MPP coming into office, no, now a liter of petrol.
Thank you.
Now you 14 cedis.
No, 4 cedis.
A gallon of petrol. Now you 14 cedis.
Gallon like 4 liters.
4.5 liters.
Okay.
Now you 14 cedis. And then 1 liter of petrol. 1 liter. 1 liter is 15 cedis.
Gente na odi no koto ono ne so.
Energy ministers ndi.
Yeah, ka energy asem. And na asem na yeka.
But unim niama pull and push factors the pricing
na pull and push factors no it was non-existent in the other years.
Thank you.
Okay.
So if today a liter of petrol now sells more than a gallon of petrol used to sell, we can also credit the vice presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party for it. But in all, no, it is my prayer. Say near Colin Sabbath in the studio afa napono. They will not go and do like Mark 6:4.
And here. Can one my
Bible
not good. Oh, can
I need so for ha.
Mark 6:4.
We volunteer. A prophet is not a prophet is not without honor except his hometown.
Yes.
And among his relatives.
Okay.
And in his household. Then I said, if you want to know, I want you for the infinite BI.
Are you sure that is the quotation you want to use?
That's the
quotation. And a positive quotation. It means that Chief
Ashanti region is the dominant political constituency. Ashanti region, the most dominant political constituency.
Yeah.
Now say, within Ashanti, Napo is not liked. Then we are in big trouble. Because Neapolitans can or pay and near brace, you know. I know the struggles Collins went through. Collins.
Yes.
My own brother.
But you see,
I know the struggles Collins went through in the hands of his own political party people. From his own
cause. It's a political cause.
And
so when you believe in the cause, anyway, education one seminar.
Thank you. Bernard Mona, a political analyst. Lawyer Chumberima, NDC communication team member. Collins Ousama Kwaya, Thai friend, chief or ye Kane Emrachebe Jenimo man from woman she had north Yedamwase Papa Padre Dayokoso Yani Pitinya Mea Dumwa. Ibe shada fufuro why pacho mame and Zenos and Beauty the hair mama say e wo meeting with fe ehu na makamfo na ma say utu aton na ope ba kono friend no 05538372001 na tade ni so de Azel folk kai say si ano wa she school no ase na obesha ase 15th July ya enti say wo afe na wo be mu kra peso usua de pam say ye fashion designer na fashion illustration na pacho eno an say obeko beginners class ebia wo mdada uhia polishing into obeko intermediate and also say advanced ni nyina no frazel na jincheche mu 0244155266 time no so flexible evening any weekend obetumi akopa medin de mama yakrama nyame adoma ye besa